Latino Hit. Chica, ¿tú quieres probar a un latino más? Ven conmigo. Come on.
He's gonna be you. You know my life motto, if you're not hard, you're soft.
Who's that jumping out the sky? R.E.Y. Mysterio. Here we go. When the mask out, the girls they
God damn it, I love it.
better tap out. Go off the top rope, so look out below. And the next thing
So why do I gotta be soft?
what you gonna do when you're on your back?
Yo. And what's happening, Hard&Soft Pro Wrestling Podcast Nation? You know who it is. You know the name. Chris, always hard Harding. And I'm going to kick it over. Who am I with?
You're with Randall, always soft Pacioli, and I don't have a Joel Gertner hour for you this episode. Sorry to the nation.
I was really hoping for that Joel Gertner hour.
But,
it was a
Chris,
little highlight of my twilight.
I'm sure it was. But Chris, I do have something that you might like just as much. You know,
What's that?
Our listeners here, the last couple episodes, if you've heard, Chris loves AEW. So let me get something that Chris might like just as good as the Joel Gertner hour.
Uh-oh.
Start rocking this. Just so I know you love this, dude. Just so you can look at this whole podcast.
You know me, I'm always hating on something, man. I can't just be a happy wrestling fan out there. I always got to have some kind of thing going on.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
But I don't like the fact that they keep stripping their titles. But hey, Randall, what are we even here to do today?
Well, we're here. One, you talk about titles. That's a nice title right behind you there, hanging. Probably the best title of all time, the Winged Eagle. But what we're here to do today, we're here to accomplish one thing, and that's watch a great technical match. We were talking about what we wanted to do next. We were talking about maybe an ECW style, really hardcore style match, but we sided with a nice technical match. It's from Halloween Havoc from 1997. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero at Halloween Havoc. Match that stole the show. And Chris, I don't know about you, but I've never watched this thing from start to finish. So this will be my first time watching it.
Yeah, to be honest, I probably watched it back in '97. I remember my one uncle had one of these cheater boxes, so every pay-per-view we get to go over there and kind of watch them for free. So that was pretty awesome since there was 2 a month, WWF and WCW, and sometimes it's like, well, I can't spend $50 on both pay-per-views, so which one am I going to get? It was nice being able to watch all of them. But I haven't went back and sat down and watched this match anytime recently, but I know this is, as JR would say, a barn burner.
A barn burner, a slobber knocker. Yeah, it's held in high regard. And
it's
just
a real technical match.
Yep, the old Peacock alert here. We're at 28 minutes, 48 seconds into the pay-per-view. And I'll go through the match card here real quick, and then we'll hit play on this thing and let it shoot. This takes place...
Excuse me while I whip this out.
There you go. Takes place on October 26th, 1997. It's in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the MGM Grand, and it held 12,457 fans here at this event. And the show was led off by Yuji Nagata defeating the Ultimo Dragon. That went 9 minutes 42 seconds, and it got 3.75 stars from our number one favorite and best subscriber, Dave Meltzer.
You mean Dan Seltzer?
One of the two. Number 2, second match on the card, Chris Jericho defeats Gedo, whatever.
Gato? I think it was Gato.
Some jobber. Who am I? But some jobber. That got 3 stars. The next match is what we're here to see. Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Eddie Guerrero. And it's for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. And this got 4.75 stars. And I think one of the cool things about WCW, while they were hot and winning some ratings, was their Cruiserweight division. They kind of brought that on the map.
Yeah, they really did. Eric Bischoff kind of trying to do something different on WCW Nitro. Instead of trying to be better than, if you ever listen to Eric Bischoff's podcast, he always says that he didn't want to be better than WWE because he knew he couldn't be better than. But what you can be is different than. So, they would always start the show off with like a hot cruiserweight match, and that would always get you pumped up and ready to get back into the rest of the show then.
The next match after that, Alex Wright defeats Steve McMichael, which got negative half a star. Jacqueline defeats Disco Inferno.
I used to love Alex Wright when he came out and did his little dance. I don't know if you ever seen it, Randall, but it's awesome.
Well, I just watch it at night. What are you going to do?
Hog watching.
Jacqueline defeats Disco Inferno. That went 9 minutes, 39 seconds. We got a star and a quarter. Then we got Kurt Hennig defeating the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, for the WCW United States Championship. That got a star and 3/4. Then we got Lex Luger defeating Scott Hall. Went 13 minutes and got 1.75 stars. Then we got Randy Savage defeating Diamond Dallas Page. That went 18 minutes and got 3.25 stars. This card is, yeah.
That was probably a good match, actually. I know DDP back in the day used to like write his matches out from the start to the end. And I know a lot of people didn't like that, I guess, back in the day. But Randy Savage was one of the guys that didn't really mind doing something like that and having a good plan behind the match. I mean, him and Ricky Steamboat had that great match in WrestleMania 3. They pretty much had that thing planned out from beginning to end.
Yeah, and don't quote me on this. I think the Macho Man and DDP got Rivalry of the Year here in '97.
I think they
which
did.
Is a big deal. Which is a big deal.
Yeah, Savage made DDP this year.
And then the main event, Roddy Piper defeating Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That went 13 minutes, 37 seconds in a steel cage.
About 10 minutes too long.
Well, it did get a dud rating from good old Matt Seltzer.
I mean, can't you give it like a half a star? Like, what is a dud? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. It's Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper in a steel cage. I mean, I understand it's not technical, but there had to have been a good story in that match.
Yeah, they got some, as you can imagine, plenty of TV time throughout the build up to this pay-per-view. But you know, two dudes that, you know, Roddy Piper's not in his prime, Hogan's still going strong, but you know, just for whatever reason, a dud rating from good old Seltzer. Again,
Seltzer himself.
28 minutes, 48 seconds. Chris, are you ready?
Yeah, guys. I hope everybody has their Peacock out and ready to rock and roll with us. We're going to go ahead and hit play here very shortly. We got 28 minutes, 48 seconds. Again, as I always like to say, I thank you guys for being out there and watching us on the podcast and getting out there on YouTube and watching us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't you worry, Shell Kid. I do have the text. I'm going to be getting back to you very shortly after we record about that topic that you gave me. And, yeah, whenever you're ready to go, Randall, I'm ready to hit this play.
All right, let's do it, man. 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, 28:48. We got the nice spooky background coming in here. Halloween Havoc. Always had a good prop set in the background. Everything.
That's a cool ass entranceway. And you know, like our build up to this, you know, obviously we're not doing a walkthrough of the feud against these guys. Enough said for two really strong professional wrestlers, that being Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. But this is what this podcast is all about, man. Me and you sitting down, watching good professional wrestling, and this match, to a lot of people, is highlighted. I mean, for God's sakes, it's on 2K22. It's one of the storylines for Rey Mysterio throughout his career. This is a great match.
Yeah, actually, not to throw out a shout out for the game, but that storyline is pretty cool when you're playing that in the game. It's pretty cool how they go from the cutscene for like the real match to the gameplay, and the gameplay is pretty damn good in this year's 22. And here comes Eddie Guerrero, the cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, that the 2K22 is badass, and something else and someone else that's badass is Eddie Guerrero as he walks out. I mean, look at the look
Hell yeah.
on Eddie. I mean, he looks like a goddamn star.
I like when he came out first, he had the title just strapped around the back. You know, just like, I'm the freaking champ, and here I come.
Walking out, displaying some classic heel stuff.
Pretty Latino heat days, but I could still see the Latino heat in his eyes here.
And Eddie, I mean, the storyline of his career, before he gets signed to WCW, like a lot of talent in this era, I mean, he was the independent wrestler in the world. Like, this is the guy on the indies.
He'll put on a great match with anybody. And, I mean, the stuff that he does looks so believable. Like, he's the cruiserweight champion, but he doesn't really look like a cruiserweight. He's pretty damn jacked up if you ask me. There's Rey Mysterio giving a lucky fan in the front row a mask from Rey. That's pretty awesome. I wonder if
I always like
to this day.
I always like guys that do that. Rey does that every once in a while, as we just saw. Gives the mask to a fan.
I always wanted to be the kid that Bret Hart gave his glasses.
Exactly, dude. And a cool thing about that is I heard that Bret would take a Sharpie and he would write, so he would come out and give his glasses that he would wear to the ring to a fan, like you alluded to. And he would, in Sharpie, write, he would sign it, and then he would put the date and the arena. So that's cool, of where they're at. Yeah. That's really cool,
That'd be cool to have. Oh, here we go. I mean, like we said, this is going to be a very technical match. I mean, you can't really look away. The second you look away, you're missing something. They're moving fast speed here, throwing each other around, right over the top rope. Here we go, right to the
look at that
already. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this really is professional wrestling at its best in this style.
Right, like he
look at that.
Oh, over, did like a backflip.
Ugly bump.
Ropes. Oh, yeah, that took a nasty bump off the apron.
And I think Rey Mysterio can be, without question, be credited to bringing Lucha Libre to the States.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio back then. I mean, when I first saw him come out, like first time I ever seen him on WCW, I'm not really sure if I saw him too much on ECW TV, but I think the first time really seeing him was on WCW TV, like Monday Nitro. And I mean, it's just, how can you change a channel when this guy's on TV?
Yeah, they bring a new style, and Rey brings a new style into the States, using the ropes in a much different way, moving around the ring in just a different way than I think us as wrestling fans at this time were used to.
Nowadays, who do you think has the best uppercut nowadays? There's two people that come to mind for me, and I wonder if you'll say either of them.
Best uppercut? Dude, I'm not a fan. I'm a big punch and chop guy.
Oh,
okay.
Big backdrop.
Uppercut, I would go Cesaro, obviously, is one.
Okay, that is one. I wonder if you can name the other. And if I can give you a hint, it's somebody that... It's probably my favorite wrestler that's in wrestling today, that's still out there wrestling. Maybe injured now, but...
Well, I mean, I'm your brother. If I don't get that right, I might as well not be your brother. So I'm assuming it's Randy Orton
yes,
with the old uppercut jaw.
You are right. Oh, man, what a big tilt-a-roll backbreaker.
I think the uppercut is a move a lot like the forearm and the uppercut. When guys don't do it believably, and by believably I mean I don't need to see 100 of them in a row. If you punch me in the face, Chris, 100 times,
try to rip his mask off.
If you punch me in the face 100 times and I don't have a nick on my face, and I come back and punch you, how strong do you look?
Not strong at all.
Yeah. I'll get off my soapbox here, but fucking, uppercut me and I'll take a bump.
Oh, he's trying to rip the mask apart.
And I think that's part of the story here in WCW. For whatever reason, Eric Bischoff wanted to put this story in that they were going to demask Rey Mysterio. And behind the scenes, Eddie wasn't a big fan of it.
No, I don't think he really wanted to, but I think he kind of just did it because, I mean, what are you supposed to do when the boss is asking you to lose the mask? I mean, I guess you just do it, but it's a big part of their heritage and a big part of G Libre that, you don't really unmask. And if you do, it should be for like a good reason. And, ooh, big backbreaker. When they did unmask Rey eventually, it was kind of like it wasn't even like a big storyline. Like that should have been like, that's almost like a main event of a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Something like that, like so big, like Rey Mysterio being unmasked for the first time. But it kind of was like and maybe in Dave Meltzer's word, a dud when they actually did it for real. Even though, as Tony Schiavone would say, he's a very cute fella.
Yeah, the mask is a huge part of their heritage, like you said, and it's a big part of the Lucha Libre wrestling culture. But in the same respect, having Eddie do it in this match, teasing the mask reveal, that's a good way to do some heel spots. Put some heat on Eddie, and look at that DDT. Holy shit.
Freaking off this like a springboard. I mean, what would you say that is? Like classic heel stuff? I mean, that's gotta be.
Holy shit.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be Kane.
He's gonna.
Puke.
We gotta do that every podcast.
Oh, man. Like,
nice drop kick by Eddie.
Just the springboarding around the ring, using the ropes, like you said earlier, using the ropes in a way that really hasn't been done before. It's just freaking awesome seeing that, man.
These guys doing a good sell job here. They just did that big spot, the drop kick to the outside.
He just took a sternum
Boom.
shot to the freaking guardrail. Okay.
That'll make you sit upright.
I mean, the crowd should just be very lucky to be witnessing a match of this caliber right now,
Absolutely.
Here we go. We got the...
Eddie looks great, and I think
clutch.
Ray looks pretty cool in that purple attire.
Little camel clutch. Shout out to Gavin if you're out there listening. Mr. Sergeant Slaughter of the Triple WA at Q-Town.
Yeah, man.
Little 7-year-old kid that was dressed up just like Sergeant Slaughter. And the crazy thing is, this kid is like a commissioner at other wrestling events. I mean, he goes and dresses up as different wrestlers every time it shows. Shout out to Gavin, man. It was good to meet you that one night.
It really was. Gavin's got his own little gimmick, and I mean, he's a character, man. And I think that the part that put him over to me and made him over in my mind, he recited a whole Nature Boy Ric Flair promo right to me, you, and our sister.
A whole promo. I mean,
how could we not be impressed?
How many 7-year-old kids can recite a Ric Flair promo word for word?
Yeah.
I can't name any others.
If you would have chopped me, I would have taken a bump.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised they didn't put him in the ring. Oh, here we go. Great little set of moves here. Big drop kick to the back of the head.
Nice job by Eddie cutting him off. The crowd's ready for Ray to go off here. You can sense that. To go off and put some spots together, and Eddie does a great job. I mean, he has a great look, but he falls into that Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair category where he's not the biggest guy. I mean, okay, he's ripped up. I get that, but he's not the biggest guy. But all of his stuff looks snug, and you can believe in it.
When he beat Brock Lesnar, I forget what year it was, maybe 2004, I think.
For the world title.
When he beat Brock Lesnar, it was believable. And
you
know what I mean? When going into a big championship match, there's sometimes when the champion is facing somebody and you can tell there's no way this guy's beating him. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way he's winning. But Eddie makes it so believable that you think, hey, he might be able to beat Brock Lesnar. And what did he do? He did beat him.
Eddie's got a great story in wrestling. True underdog, had his come up.
He puts the foot on the ropes right in front of his face. Like he's just like showing him. I lie, I cheat, I steal. They got the it's crazy to this day, Slim Jim's promotion has paid off dearly for them. They still have the promotion of each turnbuckle is a freaking Slim Jim wrapper. I mean, to this day, if you go back and watch this, I'm getting hungry for a Slim Jim right now. I might have to go after this episode and go down to the Turkey Hill and get me a freaking Slim Jim. I don't know.
Well, God damn it, I love it.
I love it.
Slim Jims, Hot Pockets, and Pop-Tarts. That's all I would eat.
Oh, he's got him in the trio woe here. Oh, big drop kick right to the midsection. What's he gonna do? He's still got him tied up. And Eddie's just smiling. He's got that look. Okay, yeah, I'm putting him down here. Oh.
This might have been the coolest look. Good spot. Well done.
They even did that in the game, too. It's like he goes for the baseball slide, gets crotched on the ring post while Eddie somehow lifts himself up, What if that spot happened and Eddie or Ray was so tired that he couldn't even lift himself up,
Nice splash by Ray.
Over the top, right to the guardrail, I mean,
Now, this is the era of the flash bulbs in the crowd, too. I would hope someone right there in the front row got a picture
I sure hope
of Ray
so.
Ray.
I mean, no one had a cell phone really back then. Snapping pictures here. It's pretty much disposable cameras. Ray's mask all torn up. And you can see, like, when he hits, like, when they're throwing each other into the ropes, they're hitting the ropes hard. Like, they're not...
Yeah, they're going for it, these guys. They're going for it. And the mask all torn up, I mean, this is a little thing that might not mean nothing. But the mask all torn up gives me the illusion that these guys are actually in a fight. You know, it's a little thing.
Yeah, Eddie's been beating the crap out of Ray so bad that he's ripped half his mask off. Oh, big tilt-a-war. Oh my god, over the top rope. Jeez,
Nice.
Guys,
Dude, and
guys
that's...
have a stop button. I don't think so.
No. And that's a classic example of a spot like that, okay, it's professional wrestling as we watch Ray.
Holy shit. Did you
Holy
see that?
shit. Look at that, dude.
Over
But
the top rope flip into a Hurricane Rana. I mean, how do you land that?
But here's the difference, bruh. Like, here's the difference. Today's wrestling, like if I'm watching an AEW show, it looks choreographed. That doesn't.
No, that did not.
That's
look
athletic as
choreographed.
shit. That's athletic as shit, but it looked offensive. It did not look...
They didn't give us a replay of that. That
Yeah.
was totally... Oh, here
Come
we
on,
go.
Eric.
Oh, big like Misty flip type thing right into him. Oh, Misty
Nice
flip.
spot.
That's a Tony.
The old Misty flip, huh?
Little Tony Hawk reference there.
Yeah, move that Jeff Hardy would probably steal off, and he would, I can't
Whisper
remember.
in the
what he
wind.
was- Whisper in the wind, there you go. My favorite wrestler, I don't even know his move. Shit.
Yeah, well, I remember when we met him. That was definitely pretty damn cool. They definitely
I
laughed
don't.
when I told them that you thought it was cute.
Yeah, I blocked that out of my memory.
They thought it was.
Son of a bitch.
Matt Hardy was probably looking at me like, fuck you. He's probably like, your brother's cool, man.
Oh my god, big fucking power
Let's
bomb.
get the pin there.
God.
He had him folded up like an accordion. Eddie just pissed. Like, come
God
on.
damn it, King. He's got a family.
One fall.
I think this is like the coolest look on Eddie Guerrero, too.
Yeah, you know what? Dude, I really like when Eddie Guerrero in WWE, when he had China with him, and he was doing like, the whole Latino heat thing with China, Mamacita.
And he made it work.
That
He
was
made it work.
freaking awesome, dude.
And then when Eddie would do the whole lie, cheat, and steal gimmick in WWE, like, I remember being a kid. Nice spot. I remember being a kid and just, like, laughing my ass off when he would be in the ring with, like, Ken Kennedy. And he would hit him in the face with the chair. And then he would, like, put the chair... Or, like, he wouldn't hit him. He would toss the chair to him. And then he would take a bump. And the ref turns around. I think that's fucking great stuff.
Trying to set him up for the DQ and everything like that.
Yeah. And the ref would be, like, selling it.
Like, come on, man, what are you doing with the chair? Or he, like, sometimes I think he would take the chair, like, hit it, make it sound like he got hit, and then just, like, take a bump and fall.
DQ, they'd ring the bell, and then they would pan the camera over to Eddie, and he'd be KO'd, right? But then he'd just look at the...
Smiling.
He'd be smiling and shit.
Oh, man. Crotch right on the top.
Nice spot.
Here we go. Big back suplex coming off the top. Oh, okay.
It's amazing how these guys can just... I mean, it's just years of doing this, right? But how these guys can just go spot to spot to spot and sell.
Like, yeah, I don't understand how they even... Oh, God. Are they
can communicate.
Edge from the top rope? Even from the second rope, that's freaking huge. Oh! The Razor's Edge into the Hurricane Rana.
And there's the 3 count.
And gets the 3 count. That was a great match, man.
Nice
Great
match.
ending, actually. I mean, he was about to hit that huge Razor's Edge from the second rope. Eddie Guerrero reversed it into a Hurricane Rana and landed it and folded him up into the pin.
Holy
Held
shit.
him down, got that 1, 2, 3.
And sometimes I think a lot of classic matches will work towards a finish, work towards the whoever goes over, their finish will be the finish, if that makes any sense. But this match, we didn't see a frog splash, and I don't know if does Ray do the 619 at this point, but we didn't see a finishing move.
Yeah, I don't think he does the 619 at this point. I'm not sure.
But I think that's well done. Like, I think that was good because it added the element of, like, the fall can come at any time, you know?
It happened out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, yeah. I think sometimes, like, we expect...
Replay of that great crotch shot. I hope they show a replay right here of that. Here we go.
Some of the replays from all this stuff, man. Look at that.
Rana. My God. I mean, come on. And here we go. That was great. That was great. Nothing
nice bump for the finish.
It didn't look like a spot fest. It all just looked like it was all rolled fluently together. That was a great match, man. I mean, they get the credit for that. They really tore the house down with that. Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, your new cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, great match. Great match for a pay-per-view here as we watch Mean Gene Okerlund do his thing. Chris, that was fun, man. I'm happy we did this one.
Yeah, that was an awesome match to go back and watch. I'm happy that we got to watch the WCW. You know, we've been watching a lot of WWE lately. So, you know, I know there are a lot of people in our podcast nation, the Hard&Soft Pro Wrestling Podcast Nation, that enjoy some WCW action. So, you know, we are going to flip it back. And we're going to go back and forth. We got a big schedule ahead of us. Like I said, you know, I really do appreciate all the suggestions coming in. Joey Spang, don't worry. We're going to work in I figured out a good Dudley Boys match, ECW to throw in for you. We want some good hardcore action, and that's a good one that's not too it flows very good, and it's actually produced well. So we're going to be watching something like that. I think it's the Dudley Boys versus New Jack and Spike Dudley. And then Shell Kid, don't you worry. I'm going to hit you with that text. We're going to get on your request. And then we got a whole lineup of other stuff going ahead, Randall. So, I mean, like I said, I just appreciate everybody here along with us for the ride. I thank everybody, and we'll kick it back over to you.
Yeah, man. You can call me at any time. I'll watch some Dudley Boys, New Jack, and Spike Dudley at 8:45 in the morning. You just call me, I'll be ready.
And New Jack, it was the coolest thing because when he came out, his music played through the whole entire match. He'd come down with a shopping cart full of weapons. I mean, you knew you were getting action. And a little tidbit on New Jack. So, when I was about 13 years old, I went to Ag Hall, which is in Allentown, Pennsylvania, to see an ECW show. And at the end of the show, me and my friend that went, and his mom that came to pick us up, we were in the back parking lot trying to, you know, see the wrestlers coming out. And we're sitting in the car, and New Jack starts walking out to his car. And we're in the back seat of his mom's car, and I'm yelling out the window, New Jack, come over here. He came over and talked to us. He stuck his head in the window. He was talking to me and my friend for a couple minutes, and then he went on his way. I mean, freaking awesome. New Jack.
That's badass.
Awesome freaking guy, man. So I'm excited to do some ECW, WWE, WCW, AEW, TNA, NJPW, GCW, WWWA.
Jesus.
I mean, come on, bring them out. We don't care. We will review whatever you like. And we're also going to keep doing what we like because that's basically what we're here for.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like Chris said, we got a big schedule ahead of us, a lot of matches that we want to do. But again, hit us with a comment. Let us know what you want, and we'll oblige and get it done. And Chris, remember, if you're not hard, you're soft.
You're damn right.
Later on, brother.